European Racing Organization's Season 10 is well and truly coming, and with it, we're having major regulation changes. The rules have been completely changed to improve the racing, organization or stewarding process. And starting today, we'll guide you through every chapter of racing regulations to help you understand how they are going to be applied since Season 10 onwards. Today, we are having a look at the place where the race happens, which is the racetrack, or actually, track limits. Before we begin, if you would like to join European Racing Organization for Season 10, the link to our Discord is in the description. Let's start with what a track limit is, and it's defined by the solid white or yellow, in case of Australia for example, lines on each side of the circuit. Drivers must keep at least 2 tires within track limits at all times, and remember, curbs are not considered as a part of the track. When it comes to stewarding guidelines, here it's really simple. We know there is a system in-game that helps detect the potential corner cut, and we're just leaving it to it. Exceeding track limits for once is just 1 warning for the in-game system. Also note that for every 3rd warning, you're getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We've also defined how to make an overtake within track limits. If you're wondering why you haven't seen any single rule about being sufficiently alongside in Chapter 3, it's because we moved that rule to the section for track limits. And this is the rule 4.2, which says that with completing the attacking or defensive move of any kind, all of the drivers involved must ensure not to force the other driver of the track limits, nor exceed them in order to complete the move or defend the position. Driver is sufficiently alongside when the driver's front wing is at least level with the rear part of the sidepod of the leading car. And if you either go off track, gain an advantage and overtake the driver, or force the other driver off track, in both cases this 5-second time penalty and 2 license points. But there is a note that if you give the position back immediately, no penalty is applied, unless the damage to the car was given. And also the other note that if you finish on consecutive positions with the driver you forced off, you may be given a larger time penalty to reinstate the positions. We also are aware of the fact that some sort of exploits exist in the game, and these involve track limit violations that allowed you to get away with the track extension. But the rule 4.3 stops it, because drivers are not allowed to use the in-game exploits by exceeding track limits in a way that prevents them from receiving the in-game warning, which is pretty straightforward. And the penalty for it is adding 1 in-game warning to the tally you've already got during the race. But we are also aware of the fact that the game likes to give you a warning for something you've actually never done, or simply couldn't avoid. And R4.4 says that in-game warnings for track limit violations may be reverted if they were given by the game unfairly. And these are the circumstances you can actually appeal from it. You've got multiple track warnings for one track limit extension, which is for example the last braking point at Portimao. You were either forced off the track, you were just trying to avoid a collision or carnage, or you've got it under virtual safety car conditions or safety car conditions without any time advantage. You need to prepare video footage of the entire lap you've got the unfair warning in, and also the entire race director, which is available post-race. And if you've got a warning for an unforced error you've done totally by yourself, unfortunately it cannot be appealed. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like and subscribe button to support the channel. And if you're interested in ER Racing, the link to our Discord server is in the description. Tomorrow, we'll be looking at the pit lane.